Don Navarro Harris, African-American biochemist, born 1929, couldn't find any sources on whether he's alive or dead. Don Navarro Harris was born on June 17, 1929, in New York City, to Virginia natives John Henry Harris, an electrician, and Margaret Vivian Berkeley Harris, a seamstress and housewife, who had moved to New York during the mid-20s. As a young boy, Don attended integrated public schools in the city and early on decided on a career in science. He went on to study chemistry at Lincoln University, a small college in rural Pennsylvania, where the student body was almost entirely African American. To help pay his way through school, Harris worked part-time at the student infirmary, and thus gained experience relevant to his field. Upon his graduation in 1951, he returned to New York and worked for a couple of years at government agencies and medical laboratories. In 1953, just after the Korean War, Harris was drafted into the Army and sent to serve as a medical technician, first at Fort Sam Houston in Texas, and then to an Army hospital in France. While in Texas, he met and married Regina Brooks on July 29, 1954, and when he returned from France in 1955, the couple moved to New York. At first, Harris took up a position with the city's public health service, but soon moved to a basic research laboratory at Columbia University in search for more challenging work. There, he was part of a team that was just beginning to understand the influence of cholesterol on the arteries and heart. In 1958, he decided to return to school and enrolled in the graduate program in biochemistry at Rutgers University in New Brunswick. Within 1 year, he was able to complete his master's and went straight on to his PhD, graduating in 1963. Harris's graduate work was concerned with ribonucleic acid, RNA molecules, an essential part of all cells. He investigated the basic problem of how RNA controlled the building of specific amino acid units that make up different proteins in the body. In his first job at the research center of the Colgate-Palmolive Company in Piscataway, New Jersey, Harris turned his attention to applied problems and supervised students in a study of dental caries and plaque. He switched back to Rutgers in basic science 1 year later, and in 1965 switched yet again to applied science, this time as a member of the research staff at Bristol-Myers Squibb Research Institute near Princeton, New Jersey. He has remained associated with the company ever since. Harris wore many different hats at Bristol-Myers. First, he was a supervisor in a laboratory that focused on developing methods to analyze how complex molecules such as proteins and hormones are built. Over the years, he attempted to answers such diverse questions as how sex hormones influenced protein synthesis, how enzymes affected physiological processes such as blood clotting and blood pressure, what role cholesterol played in heart attacks, and also how compounds called eicosanoids were processed in the bloodstream. During this time, he rose in the company to a position of research leader, which entails making strategic decisions and integrating different research projects directed towards the development of different products. His work produced a total of over 60 scientific articles. Harris is also the co-founder of 5 U.S. patents for various medical compounds developed as a result of his work. In 1993, Harris left full-time work at his company to become a human resources consultant advising the department on the recruitment and training of young scientists and coordinating their activities. He also took up an adjunct appointment in the pharmacology department of the Temple University School of Medicine. He maintains an avid interest in community affairs and has made valuable contributions to advancing the careers of minorities both within his own company and at a broader level. At 40 years of married life, Harris's wife Regina, who had worked as a teacher's aide, passed away. The couple had 3 children, 2 sons and a daughter, all whom enjoy professional careers. Citations are in the description.